Welcome back to the B&B Spoilers channel, where today we delve into a startling turn of events on The Bold and the Beautiful. This latest chapter focuses on the emotionally charged fallout between Ridge, Brooke, and Taylor. Interwoven with corporate intrigue and long-standing family drama, their intertwined relationships shift the foundations at Forrester Creations, leaving each character to grapple with betrayal, heartbreak, and the possibility of reconciliation. The tension begins when Ridge delivers a barrage of harsh criticisms at Brooke regarding her plan to reclaim Forrester Creations from Carter. One might think Ridge would appreciate her efforts to restore the company he cherishes to its rightful owners. Instead, his anger blinds him to Brooke's intentions, and he lambastes her without mercy. The cutting remarks leave Brooke not only stunned but also deeply hurt. She had hoped this plan would prove her commitment, but she is met instead with stinging accusations of disloyalty. In that moment, Brooke realizes that her significant sacrifices and careful planning have done little to mend her fraying bond with Ridge. Yet beneath his outward hostility, Ridge carries a complicated tangle of emotions that he struggles to admit, mostly to himself. Despite publicly choosing Taylor, Ridge cannot deny the magnetic pull he has always felt toward Brooke. He is unaware that his defensiveness over her plan is rooted in his own unresolved feelings. Each time he lashes out, it betrays an underlying fear that he might lose her entirely if he cannot trust her. That paradox, wanting to reject her, while also longing to be near her, drives Ridge to act in a manner that confuses and wounds everyone around him. When Taylor re-enters Ridge's life at a moment of vulnerability, he quickly seeks refuge in her comfort and support. Taylor, who harbored a long-time hope of rekindling the love she once shared with Ridge, welcomes him with open arms. She believes that her patience and devotion will finally be rewarded, but their coming together is rushed and tinged with uncertainty. Although Ridge finds solace in Taylor's presence, he knows deep down that his heart is not truly free. Yet he resists admitting that to himself, let alone to Taylor, hoping he can learn to love her fully if he just tries hard enough. Taylor, for her part, is thrilled to believe that her future with Ridge may be just around the corner. She dreams of creating a new chapter in her life, one in which she and Ridge can put past disappointments aside. The idea of a tranquil family setting, with Ridge standing by her side, fills her with relief and optimism. She has endured years of heartbreak, some of it stemming from her complicated rivalry with Brooke. If Ridge has finally chosen her, she thinks, perhaps there is a second chance at happiness waiting to unfold. Before long, reality intrudes on Taylor's fantasies. Ridge wrestles with a lingering ache that refuses to vanish, even as he tries to commit to Taylor. The more he attempts to forge an intimate connection with her, the more he becomes aware that this closeness is an illusion. The ache intensifies whenever he thinks of Brooke. Over time, he cannot suppress his authentic emotions. At a critical juncture, his conscience compels him to reveal a devastating truth to Taylor: he never truly loved her in the way she deserves. Instead, he viewed her as a fallback option during periods of turmoil with Brooke, an admission that crushes Taylor's spirit in a single blow. Hurt and devastated, Taylor makes the difficult choice to let Ridge go. In a poignant scene, she listens to him describe how his heart has always gravitated toward Brooke, realizing that her hopes of a shared future were built on a fragile foundation. Although she has every reason to lash out, Taylor somehow finds the strength to maintain her composure. She offers Ridge the release he so desperately needs, even though granting that release costs her dearly. Masking her pain with a measured smile, Taylor bids him farewell and announces her decision to leave Los Angeles altogether. The city, rife with memories of shattered dreams, has become an unbearable reminder of what might have been. She seeks a fresh start far from the heartbreak associated with the Forrester name and the unending drama that is part of Ridge's orbit. Ridge, however, finds no immediate relief in Taylor's departure. He is consumed with guilt for using her as a safety net, while his heart continued to beat for another woman. This realization triggers a wave of regret, particularly regarding his last exchanges with Brooke. He thinks back to the scathing diatribe he unleashed, the baseless accusations of betrayal, and his dismissive attitude toward her best attempts. Searching for a path to redemption, Ridge gathers the courage to confront Brooke once more. This time, he chooses honesty and humility over the anger and disdain that have colored their recent interactions. But when Ridge finally appears before Brooke to offer a heartfelt apology, the reaction he encounters is far from the immediate forgiveness he expected. Brooke, no longer willing to endure his erratic treatment, reveals a stark lack of sympathy for his plight. She is tired of Ridge's pattern, the endless cycle of rejection, followed by his eventual return once conflicts subside. Over the years, the seesaw of devotion and dismissal has eroded her trust. Unwilling to open herself to yet another heartbreak, Brooke delivers a surprising statement. She claims to have found a new man in her life. This revelation stuns Ridge, who instantly feels the sting of loss. The notion that Brooke might have already moved on ignites a sense of urgency and desperation within him. Brooke, for her part, is playing a calculated hand. Though her words might be untrue, she clings to them as a means of self-protection. She refuses to allow herself to be dragged yet again into a relationship on Ridge's terms. By asserting that someone new has captured her heart, Brooke erects a wall around her vulnerability. At the same time, she hopes to convey just how deeply Ridge's repeated waffling has scarred her. With these lines drawn in the sand, Ridge finds himself caught between profound remorse and a growing conviction that he must fight for Brooke if he intends to have her in his future. As news of Brooke's supposed new romance circulates, Ridge experiences an even sharper pang of regret. He begins questioning everything he took for granted, from his confidence that Brooke would always be there for him, to his assumption that Taylor could truly replace her. Bit by bit, he pieces together evidence that suggests Brooke may still be unattached, leading him to suspect that her claim of another lover is a bluff. Yet the fact that she is willing to mislead him underscores the seriousness of her anger and the depth of her pain. If Ridge is to earn back Brooke's trust, he must do more than merely say sorry. He must prove, through consistent and unwavering devotion, that his heart belongs to her alone. Meanwhile, Taylor's exit from Los Angeles ushers in a pause of sorts, prompting the Forrester family to grapple with yet another fracture in their tight-knit circle. Some members worry about Taylor's well-being, aware of how profoundly the revelation of Ridge's ambivalence has wounded her. Others, notably those loyal to Brooke, wonder if Taylor's abrupt departure might pave the way for a calmer period, one free from the romantic entanglements that have long plagued Ridge's life. The company, Forrester Creations, drifts momentarily to the background, though the question of how the Logans and Forresters will ultimately wrest control back from Carter remains an unresolved tension beneath the surface. In the short term, all eyes remain on Ridge and Brooke as they teeter on the brink of reconciliation or permanent estrangement. Viewers are left to ponder whether the heartbreak they have caused each other can be truly mended, and if the patterns that brought them to this point can finally be broken. Brooke's feigned new romance illustrates the extent to which she has grown weary of being taken for granted. Ridge, galvanized by the fear of losing her forever, decides he must make bold gestures that prove his sincerity beyond hollow words or momentary displays of affection. As The Bold and the Beautiful continues, fans anticipate that Ridge may engineer a grand overture, perhaps revisiting old romantic milestones, or publicly denouncing his dismissive behavior, to demonstrate he is ready to honor Brooke, their history, and her role in his life. Yet no one can be certain how Brooke will respond, given the profound emotional toll of his recent betrayals. To truly rebuild, Ridge must grapple with the reality that apologies alone cannot erase the pain he caused. He needs to ensure that Brooke's vulnerabilities are not only recognized but also cherished and protected, something he has repeatedly failed to do in the past. Meanwhile, Taylor's vow to leave Los Angeles could be tested by unexpected events. There is every possibility that heartbreak, guilt, or even a new revelation could draw her back. Whether she might return with a newfound resolve to move on, or to confront Ridge anew, remains to be seen. The promise of fresh beginnings mingles with the weight of old sorrows, creating a heady mix of potential paths for Taylor's character. Ultimately, the triangle linking Ridge, Brooke, and Taylor stands at a pivotal crossroads. Ridge's confession that he never truly loved Taylor the way he loved Brooke cements the heartbreak that drives Taylor away. Brooke's refusal to forgive Ridge, buttressed by a strategic lie about being in a new relationship, confronts Ridge with the consequences of his own failings. Hovering above it all is the unresolved matter of Forrester Creations' leadership, as Carter's grip on the company remains firm, waiting to be challenged by a united front, one that may be impossible unless Ridge and Brooke find common ground again. Stay tuned to the BNB Spoilers channel for every emotional turn in this storyline. Will Ridge succeed in tearing down Brooke's defenses and proving that his love is real and enduring? Will Brooke ever again allow herself to trust the man who so often undercut her? And what of Taylor, now on her own path far from Los Angeles? Will she find peace, or will the pull of her old life eventually lead her back? With so many lives, loyalties, and hearts on the line. Next, we dive deep into the unfolding chaos surrounding Luna Nozawa, Will Spencer, and the ominous shadows hanging over the Spencer household. From her chilling manipulations to the dangerous path she's paving, this analysis will explore every angle of the drama brewing on the bold and the beautiful. Buckle up, there's a storm coming, and it's bound to leave devastation in its wake. A brewing storm, Luna Nozawa's calculated plans. At the heart of the Spencer mansion lies a ticking time bomb named Luna Nozawa. Once a convicted killer, Luna has been granted house arrest by none other than Bill Spencer himself, a man known for his power plays but rarely for sound judgment when it comes to personal matters. Luna's sharp intelligence and ability to manipulate have always been her greatest weapons, and now, she's poised to unleash them once more. Luna's behavior in recent episodes has left fans on edge. As she lurks within the confines of the Spencer estate, her eyes have locked onto Will Spencer, Bill's son. What started as an unsettling interest has blossomed into a full-blown obsession, one that promises to wreak havoc on the lives of everyone in her path. The sparks of obsession, Luna's fascination with Will. It all began during a seemingly innocent interaction between Bill, Will, and Electra Forrester. Hidden in the shadows, Luna watched the trio with a smirk that spoke volumes. Her fixation on Will was instantaneous. Here was a young, handsome, and affluent heir, everything Luna could want in a target. Her mind, always calculating, seemed to race with possibilities. Will, of course, is blissfully unaware of the danger creeping closer. As a kind-hearted and grounded individual, he represents a stark contrast to Luna's chaotic nature. Yet, it's precisely these qualities that make him so appealing to her. For Luna, Will is more than just a romantic interest, he's a prize to be won, a tool to elevate her status, and a means to solidify her place in the Spencer dynasty. Bill's misstep, bringing danger home. Let's not forget the catalyst for this chaos, Bill Spencer's fateful decision to bring Luna into his home. While his motives may have been noble, an attempt to rehabilitate a troubled soul, it's clear that his judgment was flawed. Luna is no ordinary house guest, her past is littered with violence and betrayal. Her arrival at the Spencer mansion was less a new beginning and more the opening act of a brewing tragedy. Bill's blind spot for Luna's manipulations has already begun to backfire. By allowing her proximity to his family, he has unwittingly exposed them to her dangerous tendencies. Electra, in particular, is at risk. As Will's devoted girlfriend, she stands directly in Luna's path, a fact that hasn't escaped Luna's predatory gaze. Electra Forrester, the unwitting target. Electra, fresh off her harrowing ordeal with Remy Price, is finally finding her footing again. Her career at Forrester Creations is back on track, and her relationship with Will is stronger than ever. Yet, her happiness is fragile, hanging by a thread that Luna seems intent on severing. Luna's jealousy toward Elektra is palpable. Watching Elektra and Will's chemistry unfold before her was undoubtedly the spark that ignited her dangerous obsession. But Luna isn't just jealous, she's calculating. Her past actions reveal a woman who will stop at nothing to achieve her goals, even if it means eliminating those who stand in her way. The legacy in peril, Spencer family at risk. Beyond the personal drama, Luna's presence threatens the Spencer legacy itself. Bill's empire, built on ambition and power, now faces an internal threat. Should Luna succeed in manipulating Will, or worse, harming Elektra, the fallout could be catastrophic. The scandal alone would tarnish the Spencer name, sending ripples through their business and personal lives. Imagine the headlines: Spencer heir caught in scandal with ex-convict. The very foundation of the Spencer dynasty could crumble under the weight of such a revelation. It's a risk that Bill seems blind to, but one that viewers know is all too real. The dangerous path forward, Luna's next moves. What's next for Luna? Her obsession with Will opens a Pandora's box of possibilities. Will she charm him into a relationship, exploiting his naivety to gain control? Or will her darker instincts take over, leading her down a path of violence and destruction? The potential for a dramatic confrontation between Luna and Elektra looms large. One scenario that fans are speculating about involves Luna framing Elektra for a crime, using her cunning to dismantle Elektra's life piece by piece. Alternatively, Luna could manipulate Will into doubting Elektra's loyalty, driving a wedge between them and leaving him vulnerable to her influence. A battle of wits, Elektra versus Luna. If there's one thing Elektra has proven, it's her resilience. She survived Remy's schemes with grit and determination, and she may need to tap into that same strength to face Luna. A battle between these two women would be nothing short of explosive, with Elektra fighting to protect her relationship and Luna determined to claim what she believes is hers. Imagine the tension as Elektra uncovers Luna's true intentions. Would she confront her directly, risking her own safety, or devise a counter-scheme to expose Luna's manipulations? Either way, the stage is set for a showdown that could leave lasting scars on all involved. The bigger picture, implications for the bold and the beautiful. Luna's storyline is more than just a subplot, it's a reflection of the show's broader themes of power, manipulation, and family loyalty. Her presence in the Spencer mansion is a ticking time bomb, one that promises to reshape the dynamics of the Spencer family and potentially the Forrester clan as well. Fans have been vocal about their anticipation for this storyline to reach its boiling point. Will Luna's schemes succeed, or will her past finally catch up with her? The answers lie in the episodes to come, but one thing is certain: The Bold and the Beautiful has crafted a narrative that will keep viewers glued to their screens. Thank you for joining us on B&B Spoilers channel. What do you think of Luna's latest scheme? Will Elektra emerge victorious, or will Luna's cunning prevail? Share your thoughts in the comments, and stay tuned for more updates on the drama unfolding in The Bold and the Beautiful.